John here again, and back with another review. And today we're going to talk about and review The Unforgivable, 2021 Netflix movie which stars Sandra Bullock. And I thought this was a really solid drama. You know, Sandra Bullock, for me, has become my favorite actress. I mean, when you look back at her work, you know, Demolition Man's great. You know, Speed is a classic. The Net from 1995, that's an underrated flick. Not many people talk about The Net, but that's a good movie. And I know after that, you know, she would be in Speed 2, which, you know, I love Sandra, but, you know, even she cannot save that movie, unfortunately. You know, they can't all be winners, but, you know, after that, you know, she did some other movies, you know, like Practical Magic, which I've never seen. Miss Congeniality, I don't mind. And I know the same year, you know, she did this movie called 28 Days, which is a drama about recovering from addiction. Yeah, I thought she was decent in that movie. You know, Gravity's really good. Bird Box, which is also for Netflix. You know, I thought that was a good movie. And she's got this new movie coming out with Channing Tatum, you know, which is kind of a take on Romancing the Stone. And I like the trailer. You know, it looks like fun, so we'll see what happens. But for the most part, you know, Sandra Bullock has done a lot of good stuff. You know, she's done a whole lot more good than she is bad. I mean, you know, she's had a couple of stinkers. But, again, for the most part, you know, Sandra Bullock has done a lot of good stuff. You know, and again, she's a great actress, and, you know, she's not bad to look at, even now. But, you know, talking about this movie here, so the plot here to this movie, Sandra Bullock plays this character, Ruth Slater, and she's been released, you know, from prison for serving a sentence for a violent crime, and she re-enters society that refuses to forgive her past, and she's facing judgment from people, you know, of her past, and her only hope to seeking redemption is finding her estranged younger sister that she was forced to leave behind. You know, so throughout the film, you know, we're following Sandra Bullock's journey to redemption, you know, finding her sister, and that's kind of the plot here to this film. Now, the director here, I looked her up, and I don't know, I haven't seen a whole lot of her stuff, you know, this director here, but I will say, you know, the direction's really solid. So the cast here, again, Sandra Bullock as Ruth Slater, and again, Sandra Bullock, you know, puts on a really good performance. You know, I mean, it just shows, you know, how great of an actress, you know, she is. And, yeah, Sandra Bullock, you know, again, she can't do no wrong. And, you know, really solid performance. Vincent D'onofrio, he's in this movie. And he's not a bad guy. He's not a villain here. You know, where in other movies, you know, like he's always the villain, you know, whether that be Men in Black or Jurassic World or Kingpin, you know, like usually he doesn't play the good guy type. But in this movie, he's this lawyer, you know, that helps out Sandra Bullock's character. And he was a likable character in the movie. Vincent D'onofrio, again, it's refreshing to see him play a good character, a likable guy in the movie. You know, so I thought he was good. You know, John Bernthal, he plays this one co-worker, because in the film, Sandra Bullock's character, you know, she takes on a couple of jobs. You know, she works at this fish market, but she's also a construction worker, you know, and John Bernthal, he works at the fish market, and, you know, he's friends with, you know, Sandra Bullock, and, you know, he seems like a likable guy, you know, no bad intentions or anything like that. I mean, maybe the character has a little thing for Sandra Bullock, but for the most part, you know, like, they keep it friendly. Again, it's no, you know, not that type of intentions, you know, it's more of a friendship, and I like that. I like John Bernthal, you know, great actor. Although looking back, I mean, I kind of wish that the character was in it a little bit more in the second half. I mean, he's in the first half, he's in it here and there, and it's good to see him in the film. And then, like, in the second half, he kind of, like, disappears, and I don't know why, but he's good in the film. Richard Thomas, from the Waltons and the It miniseries back in the day. Richard Thomas is in this movie as a stepfather of the sister that Sandra Bullock's looking for. And I do like Richard Thomas. It's cool to see him in there. You have Viola Davis as the wife of Vincent D'onofrio in the movie, and she's a good support. When she finds out later about Sandra Bullock, that, and I don't know if I want to get into a lot of backstory here, but so basically what happened, okay, I'll just kind of tell what happened. Sandra Bullock was, put in prison for killing this cop. And so you got these two other characters, I guess they're the sons of this cop that are trying to get to Sandra Bullock. And, everyone knows that, this is what happened. Sandra Bullock went to prison for that. So she wants the help of Vincent D'onofrio's character, who's this lawyer. And again, Viola Davis is the wife of Vincent D'onofrio. And Viola Davis, doesn't want anything to do with Sandra Bullock because of what she's done, because of her past. But again, she's good support in the film. And again, you have these two sons in the film that are the sons of the cop, the police officer that gets killed in the movie. Now, one of the sons is played by Thomas Guiry. I'm like, hey, that's Smalls from The Sandlot. And I'm like, where's he been? I mean, he was in The Sandlot, and he's been in some other stuff, but I know for a while there he was in some trouble. And I'm like, okay, what is Smalls doing in this movie? But yeah, that was a little surprising to see him in the movie. I'm like, hey, there's Smalls, Scotty Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. But yeah, he's in the movie as this again, because two of the sons he's the one son that, really wants to take revenge, take matters into his own hands by going after Sandra Bullock. The other son is like, trying to, talk him out of it, bring him back to reality, so to speak. But, Thomas Guiry's character, Smalls from The Sandlot, again, he's bent on, trying to kill Sandra Bullock or, just trying to get back and take revenge and what have you. So the other brothers are like, hey, don't do that. I can't be involved. I have a family. So you got that little subplot going on in the movie. And, I mean, you got some other characters too, like the wife of Richard Thomas's character. You got, the sister in the film, Sandra Bullock's sister that, she's trying to get back, but there's a restraining order on Sandra Bullock, that happened years before. Richard Thomas and his wife in the movie, they've told, that they should have no contact between each other, but Sandra Bullock wants to, get in contact with her sister. And I don't want to give too much away as far as the ending, but for people who have seen the film, the ending. But I don't want to give too much away. But I thought, it was a good ending. It was a sweet ending. And, I'm trying to think, I mean, the acting is, again, from everybody here, Sandra Bullock, again, really solid. And it just goes to show, Sandra Bullock can do anything. Dramatic-wise, like this movie and, even prior to this, Bird Box, which was good. Vincent D'onofrio is a great actor. Richard Thomas, it was cool to see him in there. John Bernthal, even for a little bit, I thought he was a likable character. And some other people in the cast. I mean, excuse me. But again, everybody does a good job in terms of the acting department. The pacing didn't bother me at all. I think the film is, 114 minutes. So, but again, the pacing didn't bother me. I like the story. I like the story of, Sandra Bullock's road to redemption, that along the way you feel bad for her character because she's trying to do it right, taking on a couple of jobs, at the fish market and at this construction site, and you kind of feel bad for her character. But as the film goes on, you kind of learn more and more about exactly what happened, what transpired on that property, some years back, what led to her going to prison, I should say. And yeah, so I mean, for people who haven't seen this film, if you're a big Sandra Bullock fan, I would say definitely give it a watch. I mean, when I think about when I look back at last year, 2021, I mean, there's only a handful of movies that I've seen, but I would say this is definitely one of my favorites. I mean, it helps that Sandra Bullock, does a great job in the acting department, and you have a good supporting cast. But I think, the story is what really helped. I thought it was a good story that kept me involved and kept me invested. And overall, again, it's a really solid drama. I mean, I think right now on IMDb it sits at a 7.2. So it's got a lot of good marks. But yeah, so that's it for now. That's my review of The Unforgivable. I would say give it a watch. Again, it's a good drama with a good story, good acting. So yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and have a good day. For those interested, if you'd like to support the channel, I'll leave links down below in the description for PayPal and Patreon. PayPal for one-off requests, and Patreon you can request, the same content. For example, movie reviews, commentaries, discussions, and more. But that also includes crediting. So yeah, just throwing it out there for you guys. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.